Hey guys, Cass Nelson-Dooley here, author of Heal Your Oral Microbiome and functional medicine consultant. And today we're talking about a little known ingredient, one that we often forget about when it's time to build the oral microbiome. We talk all day long about probiotics, probiotics for gut health, probiotics for dental health. But how do we feed those good bacteria and keep them around even when we aren't taking probiotics? The answer is prebiotics. Prebiotics are food for good bacteria. And we eat them all day long. These are hard to digest carbohydrates, and they're part of our normal diet. But the key is that it's this part that we don't digest that our good bacteria can make use of. And they ferment these carbohydrates, and that helps them grow, that helps them develop, and it also helps them make good byproducts that are very good for our health, our gut health, our mouth health, our general health. I would argue that prebiotics may be more important than probiotics when we talk about building the microbiome. And that's because prebiotics, they don't just selectively feed a few good bacteria in the microbiome, they feed many. They do good things for multiple bacteria. And we can get them in our diet so we can be feeding our good bacteria all day long, every day. However, I would say it's more important. Prebiotics are more important than probiotics if you only had to pick one. But the truth is, when you're trying to build a healthy microbiome, especially if you've been having troubles, or if you have symptoms, the ideal is to have both prebiotics and probiotics, because they do work together and do good things for your microbiome. So what do prebiotics do for the mouth? I mean, we don't talk about this enough. The gut microbiome, everybody talks about prebiotics and probiotics and how great these things are. There's lots of research. But prebiotics for the oral microbiome isn't as well researched. I think there's a lot more to come on this topic. But I was also happy to see that there's a good bit of research that does show that prebiotics do great things in our mouths, just like in our guts. So prebiotics prevent cavities, they activate the immune system, they crowd out pathogens. Of course, their number one benefit is that they build and grow good bacteria and all the good things that good bacteria do for us. They also support a healthy mouth lining, and they change the pH. Now, probiotics can do this and prebiotics can do this in the gut as well. And changing the pH is a game changer, actually. As we often talk about in the mouth, an acidic mouth is not a healthy mouth. So if you can change the pH to be more basic, then you are encouraging healthier bacteria and you're crowding out the bad ones. So nature teaches us this lesson too, that how important prebiotics are. And that's because there is a type of prebiotic very, very high in human breast milk that just shows how much babies and humans need prebiotics in order to be healthy. This prebiotic is called human milk oligosaccharides. And it's, like I said, a very high concentration in breast milk, critical for healthy oral microbiome and gut microbiome. And it's one of the winning features of breastfeeding is to give the baby all these great prebiotics to build their microbiome. So if you are a normal person and you want to build your oral microbiome or gut microbiome with prebiotics, what do? Well, luckily you can just go to the grocery store. You can buy whole foods. I say this a lot in my videos over and over again. We want to eat a whole foods diet, rich in plant-based foods. We want vegetables. We want moderate fruits. We want plenty of fiber. This is the diet that the microbes love. They eat what we eat. So if we can eat a healthier diet, we are going to grow those good bacteria. And the diet that I just described will be very rich in prebiotics. But if you just want a few ideas of what foods to focus on, I think celery is a great one. Bananas, beets, lettuce, and seeds. You know, I have a longer list on my website. I wrote a blog this month. We are in September 2023, and the blog is on best oral prebiotics, best prebiotics for the oral microbiome. So you'll have a long list there, but I think these 5 foods are a nice little sampling. They include foods that are high in nitrate, which does a double duty. Not only do nitrates feed our good bacteria, but they also lower our blood pressure. Beets are one of my favorite prebiotic foods. And if you don't like beets, then try out this beet and potato recipe that I have on my blog. I really like it. It's delicious and it's not too overpowering with beet flavor. Also, bananas are amazing. In one study, all that children with cavities had to do was eat more red bananas, and their cavities got better and their Streptococcus mutans, a potentially pathogenic bacteria, decreased. I also included some foods in that list that have arginine in them, and that is a prebiotic amino acid that can help build stronger teeth and prevent cavities. So eat your prebiotics, eat your healthy diet. If you don't like eating vegetables and fruits, then you'll need to have supplements. You'll need to take supplements to increase your levels and build your healthy microbiome. I did have a little trouble finding good dental prebiotics. So if you know of one, please put it in the comments below. There is Super Teeth has a toothpaste with prebiotics in it, but I think we need more oral prebiotic supplements out there. There's a lot of them out there for the gut, and you could swish that in your mouth and then swallow it for the gut. And that could be like a twofer where you support the oral microbiome and the gut microbiome. Also, when you eat these healthy prebiotic foods, remember to chew. The more you chew, the more you will kind of coat all your good bacteria in the prebiotics that they love so much that will help them grow and be stronger and give you protection against infections, cavities, and gum disease. So enjoy that yummy prebiotic fiber-rich diet. It's good for you. It's good for your microbiome. It's a good investment in your health. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.